Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? If I go, there will be trouble. And if I stay,
Hey, welcome back to Doug Pagitt Radio. It's our theme song for our advice giver, Carla Barnhill. She gives advice to people who are stuck. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do nothing? Hey, Carla. Thanks for being on the show. Welcome back. I feel like it's been a while. I mean, we had the state fair, but that's all about the fair.
I know.
But now we're back in the groove.
I know. It feels like it's been a while.
Yeah, so we're back in. Been a very busy show on Doug Pagitt Radio on AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota, DougPagittRadio.com today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you've had a chance to listen, but boy, we've had activists and people making new Bibles and advice givers, and man, it's been a
Never
full
ends.
day. Yeah, been a full day. So what kind of advice are we going to be guided in today?
You know what? Here's what we're going to talk about today. You ready?
I'm ready.
Ending an emotionally abusive relationship with a professional sports team.
Now you're talking my language. All right. What, the Lynx just aren't performing as we wanted them to?
Well, there's a football game going on right now that I'm not watching. Yeah.
I was at the place of preparation for the radio program at the original Pancake House over in Edina, and they make all the people there wear football garb on these days. So they're all wearing their jerseys, and I just thought, this is so odd.
Do they have to wear the purple football garb, or can they choose another team that they like
no,
better?
I think they can. I mean, it's 9 out of 10 people are wearing Vikings garb, and then somebody's wearing I don't know, the Oakland Raiders jersey or something for the servers and the workers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I find it so odd. Like, why do adults get dressed up in the uniforms of other people's jobs? Like, who
Why don't the football players ever dress up like waitresses?
You just never see it. They're never like, I don't know, it's the day when you're serving pancakes. I'm going to put on an apron, just wear it around my house.
There you go.
I know, but other people are into it, and I'm just going to lose market share by dogging the sports enthusiasts and their fashion.
Well, now, see, it's funny coming from you because you're an athlete yourself, an upper-level athlete.
Yes, I am I do
potentially elite athlete.
I was an underperforming elite athlete, yes.
Uh-huh. So it's funny to me to hear that you have no appreciation for the athletes of the world.
Okay, you want to hear it? You want to hear what's really going on? Just between me and you, everybody can stop listening, the three of you?
Yeah, tell me.
That's why I'm not into it.
Because they're not as good as you?
No, because either you're an athlete or you're someone who pretends to be an athlete.
Oh, okay.
Like, I just got to tell you, I don't think that guys on the Timberwolves are wearing Vikings jerseys.
I
don't think women on the Lynx are running around wearing the golf visors of other golfers, of golfers.
You kind of do your sport, and then that's that.
Well,
huh?
I think you're an athlete or you're a fan.
Okay.
Is that too
good
much?
Point.
Yeah, we should.
No, that might be a really good point.
Hold the calls. I don't want to be. I don't want to be beaten up by the sports fan. But is a Viking game happening right now? Are they playing right now?
Evidently, honestly, I couldn't tell you because I stopped following the Vikings after the failed field goal attempt back in '99. I want to say.
Is that true? Like when Anderson
I was a diehard Vikings fan, and when Gary Anderson missed that field goal against the Eagles, was it?
Falcons.
And it was a bird.
I don't know.
That was it. I just emotionally could not take it anymore. And then a couple years ago, I got sucked back in by the guy from Wisconsin.
Oh, Favre. What was his name?
Favre. I got sucked back in, and then you know what happened?
What?
He didn't take a knee.
All he got, take a knee, and you go to the Super Bowl.
All he had to do was take a knee.
Oh, Carla.
But he didn't do it. And so I found myself, it's
hurts.
an emotionally abusive relationship, and I realized it really is like a bad dating relationship.
Say more.
As I tell a dear friend of ours who is a diehard Vikings fan, he's never going to leave her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that,
He's always going to break your heart. You're always
going to break your heart.
Right.
And just when you think you can trust him again, he's going to do it again. He's going to. He's not going to take a knee. He's not even going to run out of bounds.
He's going to hook one
left.
left.
What he's going to do? He's going to throw an interception. That's what he's going to do. And then you're going to hurt all over again, and you're going to feel stupid because you should have seen it coming and you didn't.
Yeah, and then people tell you, well, what did you think? Past performance is the prime indicator of future behavior.
And there are people who will tell you that you're not loyal enough, that you're not flaking up. But you know what? We can't. That's not there's a time when you have to say no more.
That people tell you there's something wrong with you.
Mm-hmm. People put it on you.
They do. They
if
put
you
it
really
on you.
loved him, you would wait for him to change. You'd love him through the good times and the bad.
I don't know if I ever told you this, but back when after Gary Anderson missed that field goal, he lives here in Eden Prairie, where the station's top radio station is, and I go to a health club out here, and I was going to the same health club way back then. Gary Anderson walks into the hot tub and sits in there with me the week after he missed that field goal.
Oh, he did not.
Oh, he did.
Did the room go silent?
It was just me and him. Just me and him in the hot tub, and the man's thighs are professional grade. I'm telling you.
I would think so.
And what does one say?
What does one say?
Yeah,
dude.
He didn't say a thing to me. Yeah.
No.
I'm
surprised he was out and about.
Oh, he wasn't doing well.
No.
It was tough. And I just looked at the guy and I thought, look, I understand that he decides to be a celebrity and an entertainer because, right, professional athletes are in the category of entertainment. I think in tax purposes, they're entertainers, right? And that's what they do. And he chose a career at which he would be scrutinized at a public level. I get all that. But there was a human compassion there for this poor guy.
Because
he had not missed a field goal.
I have nothing but undying respect for Gary Anderson.
Ever.
He had this unbelievable run of, 2 seasons worth of not missing a kick?
I don't know.
And then in the clutch there it goes. But the thing he'll be remembered for is not the streak when the streak was broken.
Yeah.
So, I have tremendous respect for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
An athlete,
but do you think he's wearing a jersey? Do you think he's wearing a jersey today? Do you think he's got a banner out? Do you think
I think he's got people over for chili and hot dogs down in the basement with the big screen.
I know, and I wish I understood what people see in that kind of fervent.
Well, I think it really. I mean, I'm being a little silly about this whole thing, but it really is like a relationship.
Oh, well, maybe.
It really has a lot of parallels to how people deal with their relationships, and I think for a lot of people, there's a little bit of there's drama in it, there's loyalty involved, and there's that sense of feeling like you belong to something. And so, there are people who will tell you, I'd rather be unhappy and not alone than happy and alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's that same mentality. I would rather have a team and be part of this fraternity of fandom than give up on my team.
Like people who are committed to marriage more than their spouse.
Exactly. Yeah. People who are willing to stick with a lousy, emotionally or physically abusive relationship because they'd rather be unhappy with someone and be alone.
All right. Well, let me ask you this then: if we use that parallel, are you just a jilted lover? Are you just currently brokenhearted? Like I'm never going to love again if it hurts this bad? Like, are you really over this, Carla? And are other people who have decided to?
I'm not. I'm very aware that if I would just go down to my basement and start watching this game, I would get sucked back in.
Oh.
I cannot. I can't be in the same room with this person. That's how it is. We can't be Facebook friends. This person has to stay in my past, this team. Because I allowed myself to watch a game 2 years ago, and then there I was on my couch in disbelief.
Do you have to?
Because he didn't take a knee.
do you have to fill your Viking-shaped emptiness with something else?
No, see, that's just it. I mean, if I just don't pay attention to it, it's okay. And I haven't. I mean, there's lots of other teams, so it's not that I didn't go out and find a new love. I didn't go out and find another team I could cheer for.
Did you switch
because
sides?
There really is no replacement, frankly. There's no one I'm going to... I mean, I grew up with these people, We have a long history together. So there's not enough... I can't just fill the gap with somebody else. But I'd rather be happy without them than unhappy with them.
So your advice is to just ignore them.
Well, no, I mean, this is where you have to decide.
What other work does someone have to do?
Look, I'm never going to be over this relationship. I mean, even talking about it right now, I'm not kidding when I tell you I have a physiological reaction.
Is that
when
right?
I talk about those two events? I can feel my blood starting to boil a little bit. So I really do. Like, I still have an emotional response to it. So that tells me I'm not over it.
Hey, Carla, the Vikings are up 17-0 over Tampa Bay.
Yeah, give it time.
They're up 17-0.
Yeah, this is how it goes.
They're winning again.
Yep. They are winning again.
They've changed. They've really,
this time
really
it's all
changed.
Going to be different. It's going to be different.
They got
this
a job.
Time. Changed.
They got a job, a car.
They got a job, a car. They're taking life seriously.
Yep.
Going to
Yep.
therapy.
They went
Really going to be different this time. He's learned a lot.
They've done their personal work, and I
Yep.
think they're ready
And
to.
he only wants to be with me. I know.
Yeah. I mean,
Heard it.
the Vikings have realized that without you, they really aren't who they want to be.
No, exactly. No, I mean, so really, I mean, I really am serious when I say that
One more
when there are
chance.
actual relationships like this,
Yes.
whether it's with the sports team or another individual, the only way to get past it is to just you can't expect that it's never going to be part of your life, and you can't expect that you'll just be over it.
Yeah.
It won't be. So you
Really?
have to figure out what are the boundaries I need to put up around this person and this situation for me to move on with my life and be done with it.
Like talking about it for 20 minutes?
Yes. I told you, I'm not over it.
Yeah, you're not quite.
I'm not at all over it.
You're not quite over it yet, and you don't
Not even
think
a
that
little.
like getting out and maybe watching a little cricket, maybe picking up a little rugby.
Yeah, no, I'm telling
Maybe
you.
watching a little
it was-
non-sport like
we were
soccer.
together for 30 years. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah, well, yeah,
No.
yeah, and your parents were into it. Like it's been a family
Yeah.
legacy. I'm guessing. I bet there
Every
were Sunday afternoons
the whole
where they were-
family down the basement.
And you know what? You know what I find
watching
odd
the game.
about that
I
too.
knew the players. I drew pictures of Chuck Foreman.
So there's
I was
52.
a big Ahmad Rashad fan.
Oh, Ahmad. Remember when Howard Cosell would
I
call him Ahmad
remember,
Rashad?
yeah.
There are 52 weeks in the year. This is what I find strange about the football, the football
That's
love
only,
affair.
12 weeks long or whatever.
Well, they play 16 weeks
Yeah.
out of 52. And some of those aren't even on Sundays. There's Monday games. There's maybe an occasional Thursday game. You're talking about maybe 14 Sundays that you would have this. And people act as if like my entire childhood was structured by watching Vikings games in my home. Like 14
No, it
out of
wasn't.
52. Like there were 38 weekends when you didn't do that.
Yeah, but you know what? That's only watching the game. Like in between times, we were playing football
Oh.
and discussing football.
Oh, and like you were pretending that you were Fran
Yeah.
Tarkington.
Yeah, my
Who, by the
brother
way,
was
is an
Fran
advertiser on
Tarkington.
this station, and we should take all this back so you listen to Fran Tarkington's plugs about. Did you
Are
know
you
that?
telling me that if I came down there, I could meet Fran Tarkington?
No,
Have
Carla.
you met Fran Tarkington?
Carla, I'm telling you that I could get you in the room with Fran Tarkington, but I'm not going to, Carla, because you need to walk away. You need to
No,
step
I
away
don't need
from
to walk
the
away
glass.
from the Vikings of the 70s.
Oh, that's
I mean, they were a little heartbreaking, yeah, but they were my
That's-
first love. I mean, what
Carla.
do you
They
know?
lost 4 Super Bowls. Those are the people you have. That's where this woundedness.
I know, that's where it started, isn't it? You're
You
right.
need- Yes, you
You're
need to
right,
step
Doug.
away. You need to step
Oh,
away.
I can't believe I never saw it before.
Advice giver getting advice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
See, we all have our blind spots.
Hey, that's Carla Barnhill. She's a big-time advice giver over there. And I probably shouldn't even say where you give advice because there might be some Viking fans that are going to boycott your role on Twin Cities Live. But we all do feel it, and we all do wonder, can you stay in these kinds of fan relationships or not? I gave mine up a long time ago. But others, you're still there. Carla Barnhill, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Chat with you in a bit. Hey, stick around. You're going to get the right on after the break here on AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota, and PagittRadio.com.
I'm in trouble, 'cause you're a rambler and